Hey guys, this is Nick from ForexNoobs.com with some daily analysis. Today is Tuesday, the 12th of July 2016, and the time is 5:56 here in the UK. You're looking at a USDCAD 3-hour chart. In today's analysis, we're going to be looking at most of the pairs on this list to the right here. Probably these pairs that I've highlighted, and we're going to be looking at each and every time frame for those pairs. The reason we look at each and every time frame for those pairs is to scan for price action setups. I scan for price action setups over all the time frames. That does not mean I trade all the time frames. I only trade the 3-hour, 4-hour, 6-hour, 8-hour, 12-hour, and daily. These other time frames, 9-hour, 10-hour, 11-hour, 7-hour, and 5-hour, they're just there for analysis purposes. They allow me to see candles broken up into different sizes, which allows me to better read price action in the area. So let's get started with USDCAD. And just to clear up one thing before we start, what do I mean by daily analysis? When I say daily analysis, I usually mean the days in which I am trading. So this is called daily analysis, but it only really comes out Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Anyway, now that that's explained, let's get on with the analysis. And I'm going to speed through today's analysis because I'm kind of busy today, so I'll try to add as much info as I can, but I am going to be rushing through it a little bit. So 3-hour, 4-hour, 5-hour. I'm jumping up the time frames because I'm not really that interested in trading the 3-hour. It looks like we actually have a trade forming here. All right, so this is the daily chart. This is not going to close for quite some time because, you know, the day has barely started. But maybe the 12-hour chart will give us something. I just want to see the potential numbers on this trade. When I say numbers, I mean the potential entry target and stop loss. So I want to see essentially if I can get a risk to reward ratio that is favorable. Maybe not. Maybe. No, I don't know. What about the 8-hour chart? Yeah, it's always going to be a 1.7 risk to reward ratio. I'm going to keep an eye on USDCAD. Because another thing that I might be... No. All right, sorry. I've just got a million things running through my head about this setup. All right, so the problem with this setup, looking at it, is that the low of the indecision candle is too low, which would mean the entry would have to be down here, which would make the entry pretty low, which would make the stop pretty large, which overall would make the trade, give the trade a risk to reward ratio of 1.66, which kind of means that it's a bit of a risky trade. But USDCAD trades, I have a very good success rate on USDCAD. They almost always hit targets, and they almost always just barge straight through areas of support resistance. So I might be able to extend this target a little bit. I am going to keep a close eye on this. I really like USDCAD. It's a very good pair. Like I said, it's given me very good results this year and last year. It's pretty much one of my favorite pairs. So I'm willing to potentially, based on the history I have with this pair, I'm willing to potentially accept a lower risk to reward ratio than I am used to, that I would normally accept. Normally my risk to reward ratio doesn't really dip below 2, but you know, I might make an exception for USDCAD just because of my history on this pair, because my history shows on this pair that accepting a risk to reward ratio of 1.7 also is not such a bad thing. So I'm going to keep a close eye on this. I might enter this trade depending on how it closes on the 12-hour. 12-hour is going to close in 4 hours, so I'm going to keep a close eye and see what happens. Okay, USDCHF. What's USDCHF doing? 3-hour, 4-hour, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, nothing's happening here. All right, AUDUSD. Again, it's forming in between support resistance areas, so Since it's not at the resistance area, there's not really much to talk about there. Oh, look at New Zealand USD. Looks like it's forming. No, I'm not sure if this looks that good. Yeah, it looks like this might be a continuation. I'm not really trading continuations right now. I don't have a support resistance area up above, so I'm just going to skip this. It looks like a potential continuation trade. What I mean by continuation is kind of like that, where price has broken above, it dips back below, hits the support area, and then keeps moving up. I'm not trading continuations right now, like I just said, so I'll just skip over this for this analysis. USDJPY, what are you up to? Yeah, it's in between areas of support resistance, whatever. AUDJPY. Alright, this looks interesting. This actually looks really interesting. I love AUDJPY, great pair to trade. We got a solid reversal setup forming here. Actually looks like a very decent, oops, I always do that. Good risk to reward ratio. This looks like it could be a very good setup. Let's check it out on the 8 hour, maybe the 12 hour. Nah, the 6 hour is where it's at. Okay, AUDJPY. This is a good potential short setup. Now, I'm going to give you guys my entry and my stop loss and my target based on what the candle looks like now. But by the time this closes, the candle may have changed. So, you know, my entries may change, my stop losses may change, or I might, you know, scrub this trade completely. Based on what it looks like now, I'd be thinking about getting in around about 77.95 with a stop loss around about 78.40 and a target around about 77.10, something like that. But I'll keep a close eye on this and update as the day progresses. Oh, look, AUD New Zealand, we have something forming here too. This is a good Tuesday so far. Wow. All right, AUD New Zealand is not a pair that I really like trading that much though. But that does not change the fact that we have what looks like a reversal setup forming on the 12 hour and maybe the 8 hour, maybe the 6 hour. Yeah, okay. Again, this looks pretty good on the 6 hour. AUD pair, so if you worry about correlations, you probably shouldn't trade AUDJPY and AUD New Zealand. I started learning not to worry that much about correlations. Let's see if we could get a good risk to reward ratio here. We can get an amazingly fantastic risk to reward ratio here. What about if we were to trade it on the 12 hour where the indecision candle looks a little bit different? That would be a different story for sure. We still can potentially get 2, but that would be to the low end of support resistance. I think if anyone were to take this trade, it should be taken based on the 6 hour indecision candle. Yeah, this has a really good risk to reward ratio. Based on the 6 hour candle, you know, with an entry down at 1.0430, stop loss at 1.0465, and a target down at 1.0325. You know, that would make for very good risk to reward ratio. It potentially looks like a decent trade. So we've already got USDCAD, AUDJPY, and AUD New Zealand. Like I said, it is shaping up to be EURJPY. Seriously? I'm going to move this support resistance area up here to match those bounces there. But look at that. What is going on today? Setups everywhere. EURJPY. Now, should you trade the euro? I am going to start trading the euro again this week. I know Brexit is still a very large concern, but you know, I'm going to start trading it again this week. I'm going to be trading with half of my normal risk. So, you know, I am lowering my risk immensely on this pair, on this currency, sorry, the euro, but I am going to start trading it again this week. I just feel like since Brexit, it's been pretty, I don't know, immediately after it was kind of a bit weird, but since then it's kind of gone back to somewhat normal. So yeah, I just feel like there's no point in avoiding very good setups, and this looks like an amazing setup. So let's look at risk reward ratios for this, and let's see. This is one of those picture perfect reversal setups. It has a risk to reward ratio of 5.7 at the next support area. Even if your first target was halfway between, you're looking at 2.9. Yeah, this is a beautiful setup. I am definitely going to keep an eye on this, and I am very tempted to trade it. Okay, so based on the current indecision candle, and remember I'm saying the current indecision candle, it could change by the time this closes. It's still got 4 hours until close, so it's very likely to change actually. But based on the current indecision candle, my entry would be roughly 113.95, stop loss 114.45, and the target 112.45. And that is the first target potentially. Second target would be 111.00. So yeah, I'm not exactly sure how I would plan on trading this one. I might go for a full target at 5.6, or I might split the targets. I can't really make a decision until the candles are closed and until it's an actual trade. Right now it's a potential setup. Until it becomes an actual setup, I can't really make decisions on entries. I can just theorize. So let's keep going. Yeah, we're not going to get much on Euro USD or Euro AUD. And I'm not going to be trading any pound pairs, at least for another week. So yeah, GBP is off the table. I have New Zealand JPY down here. I don't know what that's doing. Yeah, I'm not going to be trading these pairs either. Okay, but we do have 4 potential setups. We have a USDCAD short on the 12 hour. That's going to take a while until it closes. We have on the lower time frame, such as the 6 hour, a potential AUDJPY short, a potential AUD New Zealand short, and a potential EURJPY short. So yeah, this is looking really good. It's shaping up to be a great Tuesday. I'll update if I do take these trades. I'll try to update this post or make a new post regarding these trades. Other than that, guys, I hope you enjoyed the analysis. I hope it was useful, and I'll see you for tomorrow's analysis.